It's the end of the semester and you have finals to study for and projects that are due. Most of us also have family and work commitments. It often feels that there are not enough hours in the day to accomplish everything that we need to. Usually what ends up getting sacrificed is a good night's sleep, but we need to be careful. Losing too much sleep can cause sleep deprivation. Studies show that 1 in 5 adults in the US are sleep deprived. That number is significantly higher in college students. A study conducted at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota showed that 70% of college students are getting less than the recommended 8 hours of sleep a night. So what is sleep deprivation? By definition, sleep deprivation occurs when sleep is insufficient to support adequate alertness, performance, and health. But the bigger question is, how does it affect us? Sleep deprivation can affect us emotionally, physically, and mentally. So how does sleep deprivation affect us emotionally? When we do not get the sufficient amount of sleep, we are less equipped to handle what life might throw at us. We feel more stress and have a higher level of anxiety. Lack of sleep also leads to depression. In a 2005 Sleep in America poll, people diagnosed with depression were found to typically get less than 6 hours of sleep a night. Other emotional disorders, such as panic attacks, have been linked to sleep deprivation. College students are at risk of developing these mental health issues, and researchers feel that lack of sleep is a key factor. Lack of sleep also can cause various health issues. When we are not getting the sufficient sleep, our bodies become run down, and we have a harder time fighting off infections, especially the cold or the flu. Lack of sleep is also linked to increased hunger, appetite, and obesity. According to a 2004 study, people who sleep less than 6 hours a day were almost 30% more likely to become obese than those who got 7 to 9 hours of sleep. This is because when we sleep, our body produces hormones that control appetite. Insufficient sleep is associated with a lower level of leptin, a hormone that tells our brain when our body has had enough food, as well as an increased level of ghrelin, a hormone that stimulates appetite, especially those for high-calorie foods. So when we are sleep deprived, we also often gravitate towards foods that aren't necessarily healthy for us. Sleep deprivation also puts added stress on our heart and is associated with increased heart rate and blood pressure. Studies show that even one night of inadequate sleep can lead to elevated blood pressure the following day in someone that has already been diagnosed with hypertension. Sleep also plays a critical role in thinking and learning. So when we are sleep deprived, we have a harder time paying attention, concentrating, reasoning, and problem solving. This makes it difficult to learn efficiently. Research has shown that students who get 6 hours or less of sleep each night have a lower GPA than those who get 8 hours of sleep or more. Secondly, at night, various sleep cycles play a role in consolidating our memories in our mind. Our brain sorts and organizes and stores what we have learned and experienced that day, making it easier to recall later. If we don't get enough sleep, we won't be able to remember as well what we have learned and experienced during the day. As you can see, sleep deprivation affects us emotionally, physically, and mentally. When we are sleep deprived, we are more stressed, anxious, and depressed. Also, we become more susceptible to illnesses, weight gain, and heart disease. But most importantly, as we study for finals, being sleep deprived can affect our brain's ability to focus and remember what we have learned. So if you're looking for one thing to cut out of your busy schedule, I recommend that you think twice before cutting down on the amount of sleep that you are getting. Are there any questions?